to a very vanilla Rimworld colony. My name is Swish, and welcome to my channel. When last we left our intrepid heroes, things were not looking so good. Everybody's moods are a little bit rough. Barker died. Nia Jax is in a little bit of pain. Valley is dealing with a little bit of heat stroke. We need to get people inside the base. It's not as warm in the base. It is very warm outside. Let's go ahead and build a inside zone. Let's expand maybe like this much. So yeah, there we go. And let's keep everybody in that area for now. But yeah, things are a little rough. Nia is currently binging out on Ambrosia. Stein is picking out. Blitz and Kyle are having a good time though. Tell you, it's been a couple weeks since I've come back to this colonies playthrough. It took me a second to kind of remember where things were, but I've been playing the Odyssey DLC. The Odyssey DLC is quite fun, but going from playing a DLC that has pretty mostly everything you could ever want, like space travel, exploration, all sorts of new stuff, and going back to playing a colony where you're kind of just living with the base game is a bit of a culture shock. I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. I'm kind of having fun with it, actually. Hopefully we can get our colonists to stop losing their frickin' minds. We do have a couple of potential new recruits. We got Super Base, which has a really cool name, but he's incapable of dumb labor, which makes him kind of not super useful. Although he's good at construction, good at crafting. He might be worth picking up. And then, of course, we also have Phil, who is kind, always nice to have around in the colony. Another colonist that's good at plants, which isn't super what we need right now, but he is a very good fighter. And it's not a bad idea for us to have some more colonists that are good at defending the base. Hopefully this heat wave is on its way out. Stein is on a food binge. Wasn't he just on a food binge? Yeah, he just hit a catharsis, and now he's on a food binge again. He's tired because he literally can't stop eating. Let's see. Nia's doing a good job getting the base clean, though. Nia is also a plants person. We are gonna need to build another bedroom. We're not like at capacity at the moment or anything like that, but if we take on some new recruits, we might be in that position. So we're gonna make another little bunker. We are out of wood. We just hit plate armor. So now we'll research flak armor. Yeah, it's 114 degrees outside in the rain. God, can you imagine 114 degrees and then like pure humidity? Ugh, no thank you. All right, Stein has literally eaten himself to exhaustion. Nia, you're still awake. Let's see, Blitz. Who's my doctor? Stein is the doctor, isn't he? Apparently, I can't just go rescue him. All right, he can go to real bed. There you go. Oh, is Nia our social person? She has social 5. I guess that technically counts. All right, I would like to build some shelves, but I don't have a lot of steel or wood. So I'm gonna make limestone shelves here, just to get the workshop a little bit cleaner, and also get my colonists something to build. And let's go ahead and build a machining table in here. We'll build a tool cabinet. Sure, build it right there so it can help both of those. I can start making some guns. Kyle, I think, is still our best melee or best fighter. Stein, not great. Blitz, not great. Valley, not great. Nia Jax is good at melee, though. Let's go ahead and build. Like 1 SMG and 2 chain shotguns. Chain shotgun requires crafting 6. Blitz is the closest, I think. So let's go ahead and have Blitz focus on crafting right now. We have a man-hunting pack of cougars. There's a joke in there somewhere. There are 3 of them. You're staying inside the base for now. Oh, we still have mechanoids over here that I still got to deal with. Jeez. Sound pretty angry about it. All right, Naya, if you could take care of that and take care of that. And then I should have a animal dumping zone here. Naya, let's allow you to leave the base. She's gonna take care of that. And it looks like the heat wave is over, so we'll go ahead and let people out of the base again. Gonna need some wood. Do a little tree chopping. Oh, there's like a whole bunch of wood up here that we just straight up haven't brought into the base yet. We'll have Blitz continue to work on building us guns. Now I could move this research table into the science room over here, but I feel like I'm eventually going to need to build a advanced research table in here, and I'd probably like to do that plus the multi-analyzer. So maybe that's worth doing now. All right, so we have the SMG. I'm going to give the SMG to Kyle. She is strapped. These guys are not too far off from maybe joining the colony. And Super Bass actually has a really high crafting skill. So maybe we'll just suspend this until maybe we can get him to join the colony, and then we'll force him to make us guns. He looks like the kind of guy who likes to make guns. All right, we did get that wood in. This defoliator ship is literally erasing the entire map. And those are scythers. They can and will kill you before you get a chance to do anything. Like, even if you win a fight against scythers, a lot of times they'll just like cut your limbs off. What I might do is move this door one further down so I can get a third workbench in here. Yeah, let's do that. Uninstall you. This is smooth limestone, so we'll have to mine it. That there, and we'll put... Alright, so one of the fun things that happens when a new DLC comes out is if you have any games currently in progress, especially ones that have mods, sometimes mods make it so your game no longer function. For example, when I click on Architect and go to Structure, have no options to build walls. And I don't really know why. And I can't click on anything now. Like, this is me trying to select literally anything. I can go through the menu. Okay, so I can't... Now I can kind of click on things. Can I select a wall, build a copy? Do that. That's disconcerting. That is disconcerting that I can't build actual walls. We'll just pretend that that's okay for now. We'll just pretend that that's okay. We have a blight. You know. And what's the next production table that we need? Probably an electric smithy. Yeah, electric smithy. Of course, we're out of components. There's some components up here. Let's see if we can mine those. Should be a few more days. Maybe we can get those guys to join. Nia Jax is throwing a party. Everybody likes to party with Nia. Let's, I guess, put in an order to cut all of these plants. Party's been called off. Okay. This is kind of cool, though. If you have animals with Scaria, they have these little, like, dots on them that mark them as gone crazy. All right, now we can build some better weapons, I think. Plate armor, simple helmets. Make some better melee weapons for our melee colonists. It looks like we mined that up in record time. I know there's some over here by these robots that I don't want to wake up. And that might be all the surface components that I see. Got a few more spots of compacted steel. Big chunk of it right here. Oh no, that's sandstone. Okay, okay. Really would like to know why I can't build structures. I'm a little worried about that. I'm sure it's a mod. I'm sure it's a mod that's causing an issue. Transport pod has crashed. A rancher named Sissy. Sissy is incapable of dumb labor, but she's tough. She's got tortured artist, so she's gonna have constant mood breaks and does not work very quickly. They do have a really high animal skill, though. Let's send Valley to rescue. Not particularly worried if this person wants to join us, but maybe we can get some, some goodwill for whatever faction she's from. Yeah, she's from one of our allies. You know, we have plenty of food right now. We're still dealing with blight. Let's go ahead and do a round of heal root just to stock up with medicine. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and reinstall the research bench into here, because you do get a little bit of a speed boost on sterile tile. And they're a little beat up. They'll be all right. And if for whatever reason she does decide to join, that would mean Lewis. Lewis is fully trained. Never mind. Good job, Lewis. All right. Blitz has got a little bit nicer place to do his research. Kyle's probably happy that he's out of the bedroom all day. We are going to have to deal with these angry robots before too long. I'd like to try to build some better weapons and maybe armor. All right, we've researched flak armor. Let's get back to microelectronics, and then let's take a look at what flak armor requires. Flak vest requires a component, some cloth. So we can either make like 3 flak vests. Yeah, flak helmets take 2 components. We need more components is the long and short of it. All right, let's see if we can mine this without waking the robots up, huh? What is the worst that could happen? Who's all set up for mining? Just Kyle right now? Yeah, let's take Blitz off of mining. Just have Kyle come and rush out. All right, Kyle's gonna get it done. You guys stay in bed. Okay, seemed to work just fine. She's decided that she's got to run immediately back home and get a meal. Then gonna come back out and do it again. Okay. Oh, there are robots. Everybody seems to be running away. They seem to be all right if you manually tell them to do stuff. Okay, there we go. Cool. All right, that gets us about 10 more components, which should be enough to build some decent gear. Super Bass has decided to join. Welcome to the colony, Super Bass. He's an okay doctor. He's good at construction, so we'll have him help out there. And he's good at crafting. Go. And let's have him work on these chain shotguns. Super Bass, what are you good at? You're good at shooting. Looks like Phil is going to be joining us too. Colony is growing. Up to 6, almost at 7. Another fine warrior to add to the collection. We have a quest here. They want us to destroy a camp. And I don't see that as super useful. We have Phil joining the colony as well. Phil's job is pretty mostly going to be to grow crops. There we go. Alright, we have a good quality shotgun. And we're actually just going to give it to Super Bass immediately. Which is not suspicious that we had a dude in prison and we just browbeated him into joining the colony. Like, yeah, I'll join the colony. Oh, you want me to make some guns? Yeah, I'll be happy to make some guns. Let me make this gun for me right here. Phil is a little bit better at melee than shooting. We don't have long blades. Maybe I'll make some, breach axes. Not nearly as much damage as a sword. You know, maybe let's go ahead and research long blades. Stein is going to be on a food binge again, eating his feelings because Kyle does not want to have anything to do with him. Dude does not frickin' learn. Does not learn. All right, now we'll do is let's see what the most valuable. Let's see. The flak jacket gives us 55 sharp, 8 blunt. Versus the flak vest. Way more sharp, way more blunt. So let's make flak vests, I think, for now. Just to get us started. You can wear both. Very surprised this ambrosia sprout is managing to exist around this situation. See, Kyle should already have a flak vest. So if I make 6 flak vests, that will be all of my components. but then everybody will have some amount of armor because the vests only take one component. Yeah. All right. And I'm gonna give Phil this other chain shotgun. Nia Jax is taking over and making flak vests. You know what? Let's have Nia not do that because Super Bass is better at it. Got some heal root going, and I tell you what I'd really like to be able to build would be like EMP weapons. You can make frag grenades. EMP grenades are so effective against the robots though. All right, Phil's got this other shotgun. I'm gonna still have Super Bass working on this. Why is Super Bass not working on stuff? Oh, because he's on a wander. Okay, nah, you can work on it then while he's having a break. Should probably actually put them on a real schedule, huh? All right, looks like Sissy got up and left, which is fine. Long blades have been researched. Now we can do microelectronics again, and we'll make like 2 long swords for Blitz and Nia, since they're melee focused. Nia's gonna try her hand at sword making. Just prepping for Forged in Fire. Right, why is this dude still wandering? Why are you not working on stuff? Why can I not manually tell you to work on stuff? That's a big tribe. That's a big tribe. Question is, are they going to go after us or the mechanoids? At least, okay. Yeah, they are breaking through walls and stuff. All right, everybody's good to go. They did break our air conditioner, which sucks. This guy, incapable of dumb labor. This guy is an undergrounder, another melee person. Pretty solid doctor. This guy is a very good fighter, good with animals. All right, we will capture you and capture you, and then we'll have Nia take care of this guy. Oh, Whale is an unwavering prisoner. Then, we'll just let you go. We don't care. Oh, we have an infection. Whale has an infection. And I don't think I'm too worried about, didn't I tell them to let this guy go? Yeah, now they're just not working on construction at all. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna uninstall some mods, and we're gonna see if we can figure out which one's no longer working. So we'll see in just a few minutes. Okay, I uninstalled some mods, and now I am able to build walls again, which is nice. And hopefully that solves the issue. We'll put a cooler here, and I tell you what we'll do is build a limestone wall out here and make sure that we don't build a roof inside of it. And this will just be like a chimney. All right, we have normal flak. Looks like Valley is going to immediately put it on. That's fine. Actually, that might be a problem now because they destroyed this and we probably spent a lot of our components putting it back together. Okay, Kyle has armor. Blitz has armor. Valley has armor. Nia does not. Super Bass does. And Phil does. All right. We are going to have a night's sleep. We're going to tell them to recruit this dude. This guy was our doctor. Yeah, this guy be a good doctor. And it looks like we let that person go. Cool. We have somebody visiting the colony. All right. Now it is time to potentially deal with these robots. We'll put our melee combatants in front. Something like that. All right, we got to get a little bit closer, unfortunately. Or we can trigger it with the submachine gun. But why are things slowed down? What happened? Okay. Kyle, you can hit him. Come on. Oh no, Nia Jax. What happened? What happened? Her heart was destroyed. Oh no. This is what's messed up about Scythers, man. They're not that hard to kill and you can usually fight them, but sometimes they just hit you once and you just die and there ain't nothing you can really do about it. Phil, how about you come out here and you shoot that forever? You guys take a break and let us go ahead and build a grave for the former women's world champion, Nia Jax, the Annihilator. All right, Phil, good to go. We do get some advanced components out of that, or a advanced component, I should say. Nia did not have armor. On retrospect, of all the colonists who needed armor, it was probably the two with melee weapons. Valley is visiting her grave. You know what? Let's go ahead and get Nia in the ground here. We have a combat supplier. Are they like modern combat supplies? Okay, they're not like a tribal combat supplier. It's possible that I could have gotten some weapons ahead of time. Still have nobody really capable of doing social. So it looks like Stein is back to being our social guy. They have a charge lance. They do have some EMP grenades. I will buy those. And I will sell a lot of these weapons we're not using. Maybe a uranium knife. We have spicy metal. We have frag grenades. Probably hold on to those. Alright. We will buy the EMP grenades for when we have to fight robots in the future. Future robots, in fact. Alright, Nia has been buried. And we have a lot of rotting corpses that we need to do something with. Maybe I could build a crematorium that requires components that we don't have. Yeah, we are just straight up out of components now, aren't we? But hopefully the land will start to heal. Hopefully the land will start to heal. I guess for now, let's create a little dumping zone up here of human corpses. We have a mad boomalope. I feel like the combat suppliers are going to take care of that for us. They did. Good job, guys. Appreciate it. Get some of this stuff in. I guess there was one component from the mechanoids. All right, let's temporarily make this a home zone so they put this fire out. Okay. Oh no. All of our colonists are going to be angry. Well, we're going to do a round of food here. And then we need to figure out how to make some money so we can buy components. Because unless we start strip mining through here, I don't know if we're going to find more components. I guess that is also an option though. So let's, we do have this thing, the strip mining tool. Let's create a little bit of a mine to explore. We'll deconstruct that. All right, Kyle on the search for components. Probably the best way we could make money would be to do a round of drug crops. And then let's see if there's an area nearby we could trade with. Yeah, we got this one up here we could trade with. Phil is on an extreme break risk. He observed a whole lot of dead bodies. He was friends with Nia. Aw, she got stabbed through the heart by a dang old robot. We did find some steel down here. Not immediately what we need, although we do need steel. There is a bunch of steel available still on the surface we can pick up. I guess there is this situation over here. I can't tell you how many times I've opened one of these things up, and that has been the end of the colony, though. So maybe we're not that desperate yet. We have a visitor. They have some things to trade. It's probably beef jerky and drugs. Don't mind our pile of enemy corpses. Stein, if you could wake up and go take care of this guy. He does in fact have some pemmican. Yeah. He's got absolutely nothing that we need. Cool. Anybody else good at mining? Not really. This is just Kyle digging holes. Alright, let's see who does not have armor at this point. Everybody has armor. So we have an extra one that was originally meant for Nia. Some cargo pods. With some meals. You know what? I'm gonna let these pigs eat these meals. You guys enjoy it. You guys deserve it. Your little Little treats. Multiple people have fibrous mechanites, one of which is a prisoner. The other one is Stein, and he is always in a bad mood as it is, so they'll just standing out here. Oh no, he's hauling stuff. Oh, he's just gonna take these meals away from these pigs. Well, I'm sorry, pigs. I guess people will probably be happy to eat something other than paste for a little while. I tell you, this is always the bottleneck in Rimworld, is components. I always feel like I'm constantly struggling to find components. I guess what I could do is I could start a caravan and just go next door to another map tile, build like a little temporary base, and see how many components we can dig up and bring back. But we don't really have any pack animals, and we don't have anybody that's very good at taming pack animals. Let's hold off on microelectronics for a second. So yeah, okay. So the gods are angry, and we have offended them. All right, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send Kyle and Super Bass to another map tile. Let's look for a map tile that does not have caves, very specifically, but is mountainous. We also need to make sure that we can have multiple colonies, which is in the options. Gameplay. Maximum number of colonies, 2. Still have that set from, I think, the last time I had to do this. So let's start a caravan. Go to here. We're going to send Kyle and Super Bass, who is a good fighter. And we will send them with... let's send them with, like, 30 rice. Oh, you know what I should probably do is send somebody who can do plants as well. Let's send Valley along with them. Yeah, we'll send Valley along with them. This way we can chop down some trees to make like a temporary structure to live in. This is, of course, very risky, splitting up our colony like this. All right. They were waiting for us, weren't they? They were waiting right for us. They don't look like they have grenades or anything, but they are attacking right now. Lewis, stay inside. It seems like that solved that problem. Phil apparently just decided to, yeah, here we go. Take care of that guy. There we go. Problem solved. I did put Super Bass on this particular crew, didn't I? Because he is not capable of doing dumb labor, right? Yeah, I think he might have been the wrong person to send. Let's go ahead and start chopping down some more trees in preparation for more spike traps. The land is starting to heal. All right, so we're gonna do a little settle here. Take a quick pause. See if we can find any surface components or some. The easy way to do that is type in machinery. Yeah, it looks like there's 2 packs of it over here. So we will create a little temporary structure up here. We're gonna just chop like that much and build a little wooden structure. God dang it. Sometimes the game just skips for no reason. And by the game, I mean my herky-jerky dumbo hands. Stein is on a tantrum because he's not played checkers in a long enough time. And let's create a little stockpile zone here. We'll just put allow all for now. And let's get Kyle chopping up machinery. And you know what? We'll even put a little horseshoe's pit right out back here, just for funsies. But we do need to make sure we bring all this stuff in soon. Set that up. And we'll have Kyle not do Haul Plus. Yeah, Super Bass doesn't like doing real work. Hopefully these components are not super heavy though. Don't think they are. Shouldn't be too bad. 0.6 kilograms. All Alright, so we'll have Kyle continuing to do mining while Valley brings some stuff in. Superbass will stand guard. Looks like we're going to get 12 components out of this pile. Ooh, one more than expected. Nice. Line these up as well. We have a raid. And the raid is here. They are attacking now, it looks like. Alright, well, we got to get a little bit closer. And we'll have Valley stick behind. There we go. Alright, who is this guy? He's a miner. I mean, yeah, kind of. That's kind of what I'm looking for, right? Didn't really bring... Well, I guess Valley is a good doctor, and she can tend herself. Yeah. Yeah, go capture this guy. Oh, Superbass can do medicine. Oh, he's not a bad doctor at all. Superbass doesn't like carrying shit, but he can do everything else. All right, and then other machinery is down here. Dig that up too while we're at it. And we should be able to leave this map in about a day. Have anything cool on them? You had some jade. Take that. A meteorite of silver ore just lands here. This thing's going off at the home base. Looks pretty quiet. Jesus, like a whole fucking mountain of silver. I guess we could try to carry that too. Carry as much as we can anyway. This needs to not be in here. Too much stuff is happening on this map. This person is a pyromaniac psychopath. I think they're gonna get eaten by guinea pigs. Sorry. This is... Yeah, we're not doing that either right now. Sorry. All right, there's that. And I guess we'll have Kyle try to mine the silver. How heavy is silver? Does it not have a weight? Mass 0.008 kilograms. That adds up fast though. Little turtle, come to hang out. Little turtle friend. Okay, I think that we are officially out of food now. Let's have Valley harvest these berry bushes for now. Maybe not worry about these over here. We'll leave that little bit of silver. Just in the morning, we'll head back to town. Fortunately, we've got these chunks in here. All right, now it is time to form a caravan, head back. We're gonna take everybody, including our prisoner. We're gonna take the 34 components we found, take all the silver we found, jade, and the berries. And that's actually a pretty solid haul. Send. We'll leave this little cabin here for the next group of adventurers who need a place to stay. Lion just decided to eat his buddy's head. Jesus, Lion is a scary dude. All right, now we can abandon that colony. Phil is on a food binge because of minor pain. Oh, and we finished microelectronics, but unfortunately we are locked behind the paywall of multi-analyzer. We do need a high-tech research bench, which requires a lot of the components that we found. Phil just straight up stole that dude's meal. What a jerk. All right, where did Lion go? Oh, he's getting drugged to bed. All right, not unwaveringly loyal. I didn't accidentally miss that, huh? Okay, well, we have some visitors. Not too worried about that right now. I think I would call that a successful adventure. Minus all of the technical issues. That is just kind of what happens when mods stop working. I'm sure I've still got some bugs somewhere that I need to figure out, but I'll work on those in my own time. But for now, I think the colony's looking pretty good. We brought 2 new colonists on. We've upgraded our armor and weapons a little bit. We're still kind of working on that. But yeah, and we got a couple of prisoners that might join the colony soon as well. So things are clean. Things are growing. We're fed. We did lose our Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax. F's in chat for Nia. But other than that, I think that this was pretty successful. So yeah, thanks for watching. Appreciate any likes and comments you leave me. And we'll see you soon with another episode of a very vanilla Rimworld colony. Bye now.